Alright guys, DCU is finally cooking it, and they came out with the banger with Lanterns, the new series on HBO Max. Just released their first episode, and guys, this is an absolute banger. It's a murder mystery, very grounded. It follows Hal Jordan and Jon Stewart, and this is an absolute banger, guys. There's lots of twists and turns. Very mystery driven, very well written, very well acted. Kyle Chandler's Hal Jordan is perfect casting. Jon Stewart's casting with Aaron Pierre is absolutely stunning. The chemistry between both of them is off the charts. They had kind of like this love, mostly hate relationship between the both. Jon Stewart is a military person that grew up with an abusive father that has been implementing, fear in his life to have no fear. So he has been trained to have no fear. And Hal Jordan has been a lantern for quite some time. There's a lot of time jumping from 1996, 2016 to 2026 to current time. But there is a lot of mystery behind this, guys. There is a lot of twists and turns. There's a lot of Green Lanterns projections. Alright guys, before we get started on the episode breakdown, review, and reaction of Lanterns episode 1 from the DCU and HBO, don't forget to like the subscribe button, turn on your notifications so you guys do not miss a beat on any of the movie news. Alright guys, I'm going to give you my honest thoughts and reaction and a couple of spoilers review for the new Lanterns TV series. The first episode I've only watched that dropped last Sunday, and DCU is cooking. This is an absolute banger. This is sitting good right now, like I think a 92% on Rotten Tomatoes. It started at 90, it went down, then all the way back up, and this is an absolute banger by the DCU. People that watched all the first 7 episodes, with the exception of 8, have said this is probably the best DCU project that has been released. Not just that has been released, but one of the best DC, storytelling that we have seen on the screen. And this series, guys, is an absolute banger. It has a murder mystery. It's very grounded, but they do talk a lot about, outer space, galaxy, the Guardians, and Oa. There is a lot of Green Lantern, lore that gets put out in the first episode, and that thing is great. The casting is up to par. A lot of people are, mad about the casting of Hal Jordan, Kyle Chandler. He plays an older Hal Jordan, a seasoned veteran that's been around for years, since 1996. Or he's been himself known since 1996, and this takes place in 96, 2016, and 2026. Jon Stewart was actually picked by the Guardians of Oa, which is kind of different from the comic books, to be a replacement of Hal Jordan, just in case something happens. There's a lot of things, guys, that goes on in this show. There is, a murder mystery in the town of Rushville, Nebraska, which Hal Jordan and Jon Stewart go investigate. Hal Jordan has a gut feeling it's alien. No one believes that it's aliens, but once he is there, we figure out there is aliens. There is an interrogation scene where he's interrogating a person of interest, and he's hitting him with all these things, all these questions about Nebraska, and he's getting them all right. But then he starts asking him common questions just to see if he's an alien, like where did Harry Potter go to school, and what is, who is Barack Hussein Obama, and that whole interrogation scene was great. Kyle Chandler as Hal Jordan is perfect casting. He is witty, not overly witty, but he is confident, and he is more of a rugged, superhero that goes by his gut, and he follows his gut, and he is awesome. Aaron Pierre as Jon Stewart is whatever you wanted to Jon Stewart to be on screen. He is exactly that. He is confident. He is a yes sir, but he's not a pushover. He's raised by a military father, and he has military background himself, and he is paid by his Guardians of Oa to be a replacement for Kyle Chandler, which Kyle Chandler is not a big fan of. Also, why does Jon Stewart really want his son to not be fearful of anything? Did the Guardians of Oa come to Jon Stewart Sr. at a young age and pretty much groomed him in the family, and making Jon Stewart to become a Green Lantern in the future? Do the Guardians of Oa have a bigger plan just to kill off Hal Jordan, because Hal Jordan might be onto them to maybe kill onto the Guardians of Oa, because they are doing something they're not supposed to. I know there's going to be Sinestro in the upcoming episodes. The Manhunters in the upcoming episodes. Where we know in the comic books, the Manhunters were the first they were the first Green Lanterns. They went rogue. Guardians of Oa got rid of them. It seems like they're still around. Maybe the Manhunters are not really bad, and they want to expose the Guardians of Oa. And I don't know, guys. There's a lot of mystery, misdirection. It's very well written. I do like everything that's going on in this episode. I even like the part where Jon Stewart hooks up with with an older lady at the bar, and that older lady ends up being the wife of the Macon family, the grandfather that is paid for Hal Jordan's bell. But you got to pay attention to this episode. There is a lot of things that they're dropping for us for the future to set up the next couple episodes. The chemistry is off the chain, guys. Really, really good. I do think that Hal Jordan does test Jon Stewart with a lot of things just to see if he is the one, even though he doesn't never want him to replace me. He even tells him, "You're never going to replace me." They do have a lot of things that are comic book accurate, where we have the Abin Serb, where he crash lands in this city of Nebraska, and then the ring follows Hal Jordan. And they do a little bit different, where the ring does pick Hal Jordan, but the ring picks him and takes him to the crash landing where it's in Nebraska, which makes things a little different. Why was that alien in Nebraska? And Hal Jordan is trying to figure that out. And he's trying to figure out what is going on in Nebraska that all these aliens want to be at and be part of. And there's another mystery where we had the Macon family. The Macon family is a family in Rushville, where we have no idea who they are until we finally know they work for an NDA company that, who knows who they are. I think maybe it can be someone that's attached to Lex Luthor, because they're trying to figure out any extraterrestrial, things that going on here in, Nebraska, and they're trying to get rid of them. But they're also very sketchy, guys. There's also going to be manhunters involved, and I do think that there's going to be playing a key role into this mystery. But let's go at the end of this episode. This is going to be a spoilers. They kill Hal Jordan, as we all think. I think that they kill Hal Jordan. I think it's a misdirection. I don't think he's completely dead, because in the beginning of the episode, they have a thing called in the rings, which is new, where they have to upload their consciousness every 10 years to the ring, and he gives himself a message from the past to the future that there is hell coming in Rushville. I do think that it could be a projection or something completely different. Maybe a manhunter that shapeshift into Hal Jordan, making people believe that he is dead, because that ring is gone. He does not have that ring. Jon Stewart doesn't seem like he has that ring, and that is in 2026. But I do think it can be a lot of things. Why did the Guardian of Oa pick Jon Stewart to replace Hal Jordan? Did they try to kill him off and pick Jon Stewart as a military guy because he is a yes man and will follow orders? But at the same time, Jon Stewart is a man of common sense, and I do think that Hal Jordan is teaching Jon Stewart on how to kind of second guess authority, and I think this is going to play a big part. It's Guardians of Oa bad, and Hal Jordan has a feeling, and this can be all misdirection. How did Guy Gardner get his ring? Because this is going to take place right before Man of Tomorrow, which in Superman, Guy Gardner's already Green Lantern, guys. But let me know what you guys think about for the first episode of Lanterns. I thought it was an absolute banger. I can't wait to watch the next episode. And moving forward, I do think that this is something special that the DC is cooking, and this is really good for the DCU after the big disappointment of what Supergirl was on in theaters, and the reception it got from the critics and a lot of the fans. Alright guys, thank you for clicking on my YouTube channel, the CeeLo's Film Club, and let me know you guys' comments below on what you guys think of the Lanterns episode 1. Do you guys think that this is a little too grounded for you? This is more of an audience for someone, let's say, like, that likes Yellowstone or True Detective, and you want to see more outer space smashing and bashing with the projections, let me know. Let me know in your comments down below. We're going to be breaking down episode 2, and then moving forward, every episode that drops, we're going to be doing a breakdown and review on each episode, and I'm trying to solve this murder mystery with you guys. But yeah, that is it for today's episode 1 of Lanterns. I will see you guys next time. Take care.